Hello and hiya, I'm Calfetti, or you might know me as Orion Seas because I go by both interchangeably. It's just that I produce maxdesignpro artwork under one and Minecraft content under the other. So basically, this is how I drew maxdesignpro's Evil Max or Twiddlefinger by Friday Night Funkin' Standards as Alexander Cabanel's The Fallen Angel. And all under one layer because I was so brain rotted by maxdesignpro that this kind of just happened. So we're at the start, but we're already at the point of no return because this was originally just supposed to be a sketch that was meant to be chill while I took a break from drawing OCs like I said that I would on my Twitter, but I kind of ended up getting a little bit carried away, and I was already doing a challenge where I was just drawing everything on one layer because my friends make fun of me for having like a million layers, so I decided to try my best to just do everything on one layer with a art pen that I've never seen before again in my Clip Studio Paint. This is just your regular default brush pen that you get under the painting section with your tools in Clip Studio Paint. I don't know why, I just really wanted to work with it because it was really fun to kind of just layer with it, and it just worked really weird and it made my brain feel like really happy. It just scratched my brain in such a nice way that I had to use it, and I kind of actually regret a little bit of it because I was working with the size of 5 at the beginning, and you can barely go down to 3 before this stops working entirely for whatever reason. You cannot really layer that much with this pen, but at the same time you kind of can. Also, please don't judge me with how many times I messed up with that shoe. I am aware. It took me at least like an hour, I believe, to figure out what I wanted to do, and then it ended up getting covered up anyway, so big L. So I can kind of get a little overboard with the detailing when it comes to clothing. I make things a little bit too wrinkly, and with this specific like reference image that I was using, I wasn't really able to use like any just hindsight of how the clothing looked and painted with the coloring, because like if we're being honest, the guy is naked and I just kind of didn't want to draw like that, so I put him in his regular sweater getup that I usually draw him in, but I kind of made it overly wrinkly until I ironed it out, and then it became wrinkly again, so I guess I'll just never iron a sweater ever again. This isn't to say that he wouldn't have a wrinkly sweater, but it was kind of just like, damn, you have the time to have like a whole like murder basement, but you don't have the time to do laundry. That's insane. I kind of saved doing the hair for last because I usually draw them like Evil Max or Twiddle, whichever one you want to use. I guess I just use both interchangeably. With anime kind of hair, I just make it kind of floofy and just go with the flow with whatever it looks like, and I didn't really know how I would do that in this type of style where it's not realistic looking exactly, but I wanted it to at least have some like depth to it, which I usually don't try to do when it comes to drawing hair that much, because to be honest, drawing hair for me, I just try to do one little layer of it and then I'm done. Just a simple sketch and that's it. I don't try to add too many highlights or shadows or that much because I just have a difficult time just figuring out that whole thing, so I just try to not do it entirely. So we're finally at the wings, and this is the point of, man, I really suck at drawing feathers, and I had that realization while I was drawing this, so I ended up listening to Ode to a Friend after my triple baka list at max volume session that lasted 2 hours while I drew this, and since I already wanted to do an Icarus reference and this just enhanced the idea, because I originally didn't really want to draw the wings, I ended up trying to make them look melted looking, because, you know, Icarus, it's on... I forgot the rest of the lyrics as soon as I tried quoting it. Oh my god. Again, the air conditioner came on, so I'm sorry if it's like randomly loud, but we're nearly at the end of this drawing, so we're just gonna power through it like we did the last time. I'm one of those type of people that love doing very pointless repetitive tasks. Like drawing stripes is literally my favorite thing in the world, as well as just drawing like sweater detailing, which is why I've been doing it way more recently. It just gives me a chance to shut off my brain and really embrace the fact that I'm listening to triple baka for like 3 hours straight while I draw. Thank you for listening to my uncontrollable yap session. I don't really go into detail about how I go into art that much, so I'm sorry if you didn't learn anything from this. I am a horrible teacher. But again, thank you for listening, and I hope that you enjoyed watching my yap session and everything. Cheers!
If you dance, I'll dance.